Success isn't some game of chance. It's not a whisper on the wind. It's a bloody consequence. You don't find success. You hammer it into being. You become the kind of man it can't help but follow. The ancient Stoics, they knew the way. They knew how to forge a life of iron, a life of purpose. If you're tired of being tossed about like a leaf in a storm, it's time to seize the helm. These are the 12 Stoic habits that will forge your success, not just in the world, but in the very core of your being. Subscribe to AREV, where ancient wisdom meets modern masculinity. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor, the philosopher, he began each day reminding himself, you were born for this. Not for slumber, not for ease, but for action, for purpose. Successful men, they don't sleepwalk through life. They rise with the dawn, with a fire in their gut, a duty etched on their soul. The morning, it's not for hitting snooze. It's the blade you sharpen for the battles ahead. It sets the tone for every victory and every fall. Own it. Epictetus, a man who knew hardship, knew this truth. It's not things that break us, it's our judgments about them. The world will test you, try to bend you to its will. But the mind, that's yours to command. Train your first reaction. Don't be a slave to impulse, to anger, to fear. When the storm rages, be the still point. When chaos whispers, be the silence. When you control the first thought, you control the 1,000 that follow. You become the master of your own fate. Seneca, a man of words but also a man of action, he warned us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we squander it. We let it slip through our fingers like sand. Discipline, it's not about waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect feeling. It's about spitting in the face of fear and doing it anyway. While others make excuses, you make progress. While others hesitate, you act. Winners, they don't wait for opportunity, they seize it by the throat. Chapter 4. Embrace discomfort. There's no glory in ease, no strength found in comfort. Growth, true growth, it comes from pain. The Stoics, they understood this. They embraced discomfort, used it to temper their spirits, to prepare for the inevitable storms. Cold showers, grueling workouts, conversations that test your mettle. These are not punishments. They are the forge where you hammer yourself into something stronger. Choose hardship. Seek it out. And when success finds you, it will find a man ready to bear its weight. Chapter 5. Practice voluntary hardship. Seneca, he didn't just preach hardship, he lived it. Days of rough clothing, plain food, stripping away the comforts most cling to. Why? To train the mind, to make it unbreakable. We grow soft in our luxuries. We forget the sting of hunger, the bite of the cold, but adversity, it's always waiting. Prepare for it, seek it out, and when it arrives, you'll be ready, untouched, unmoved. Chapter 6. Guard your time ruthlessly. Time, it's the one thing you can never get back. A man who squanders time squanders his life. Treat it as the precious commodity it is. Schedule your day, your hour with intention. Learn to say no to the distractions, to the temptations, to anything that doesn't serve your purpose. The successful, they don't have more time. They've simply mastered the art of wasting less. They are the masters of their minutes, the kings of their own clocks. Chapter 7. The Stoic way, it's not about empty boasts, it's about silence in the face of chaos and action in the face of stillness. While others talk, you build. While others dream, you create. Let your actions speak louder than any words. Let your results silence the doubters. The world is full of noise, full of empty promises. Be the man who acts, who builds, who achieves. Let your success be the only sound that matters. Chapter 8. Your mind, your actions, your habits. This is your domain, your kingdom. Everything outside of that, let it go. The opinions of others, the whims of fate, the things you cannot control, they hold no power over you. Obsessing over what you can't change is a fool's game. It breeds fear, doubt, and ultimately failure. Focus your energy on what you can influence, on what you can build. That is the path to true power. Chapter 9. At the end of each day, Marcus Aurelius, he took stock. He examined his actions, his thoughts, his victories, and his defeats. He wrote them down, not for vanity, but for self-improvement. Success requires a keen eye, a willingness to look inward and see yourself as you truly are. What did you do well today? Where did you falter? Your journal, it's not a diary of complaints. It's a mirror reflecting your progress, a map leading you towards the man you were born to be. You don't need a crowd to validate your path. You need clarity. The Stoic, he understands this. He walks alone when the path demands it. When others follow blindly, he trusts his own compass. When your values are unshakable, when your purpose is clear, you become a force of nature. You carve your own path, and those who are worthy will follow. But never mistake the need for validation with the strength to stand alone. Seneca, he said, live for others if you want to truly live for yourself. True success, it's not measured in wealth or accolades, it's measured in the impact you have on the world. In the problems you solve, the burdens you lift, the lives you touch. Be the man others can depend on. Provide value, be of service. That is a legacy worth building. The Stoics, they didn't shy away from death. They meditated on it, not to be morbid, but to be motivated, to remind themselves that life is fleeting, precious. You don't have time for hesitation, for regret. Live today as if it's your last. Fight for your goals. Cherish your loved ones. Embrace every experience with a fierceness that death itself cannot diminish. Success, it favors those who live as if tomorrow is not a guarantee but a privilege. These aren't just habits, they're weapons. Forged by the Stoic mind, tempered in the fires of experience. If you want to win, start living like it. Stop hoping for success and start demanding it. Embrace the Stoic way. Become the master of your fate. Subscribe to AREV and let the ancient fire sharpen your modern edge.